Welcome to The Cosmic Revolution, a micro podcast for global change agents and leaders. I'm your host, Karen Curry Parker. My husband is having cancer surgery this Friday. He's having some pretty serious health challenges, and it's making me have to put things into perspective. I am grateful. Or at least I'm working hard to stay in a place of gratitude. This is a pretty hard attitude to maintain some days. It's been a long couple of years trying to stay resilient during a pandemic, homeschooling and supporting a 12-year-old with some serious anxiety, almost losing my oldest daughter due to complications of COVID-19 and pregnancy, running my business from home, trying to stay connected with my children, my grandchildren, and my family all over the country, worrying about my son in the Army, trying to take care of my aging parents who live all the way at the other side of the country, and more. Much more if I actually make a list. I know many of you have gone through the same kinds of challenges these past few years. I'm no stranger to chaos and struggle, and while I don't really like things to be chaotic, I'm not so naive as to pretend to ignore the fact that life can sometimes throw curveballs. For sure, there are days when I feel like throwing a tantrum, but I don't really have the time to break down right now, even though stomping my feet and screaming might actually do me some good. It's tempting to spend my early morning hours scribbling furiously in my journal about how everything feels really unfair, but that never really makes me feel better. It's not cathartic at all. It just feels weirdly self-indulgent. I keep coming back to a contemplation I heard once that transformed the way I think about my life, especially when it's hectic and a wee bit out of control. How can I turn my have to into a I get to? I can start the day and say that I have to go to work, or I can say that I get to go to work. I have to exercise, or I get to exercise. I have to fix lunch for my daughter, or I get to fix lunch for my daughter. That one always hits me hard because I can't imagine the pain of not being able to feed my children. I have to support my husband through this health challenge, or I get to help my husband through this challenge, something I'm deeply grateful for on a minute-by-minute basis. Gratitude is essential to opening the heart. It is the foundation for innovation. We innovate when we build on what is already working. You don't throw the proverbial baby out with the bathwater. Gratitude gives us perspective, especially on the past. You can stay locked in the unanswerable question of why did this happen to me? Or you can explore what an event in your life taught and brought you. There are gifts in reinterpreting the pain of the past through the lens of gratitude. Gratitude is also a powerful tool to help you shift your focus. We know from quantum physics that expectation and perception influence the behavior of quantum particles. When we expect something to happen, or we have a perception of something as being good, we create a field of information that supports this perception on the quantum level. When it reaches critical mass, it collapses or manifests into our material world. We move from a field of quantum information to actually experiencing the field in formation. As much as we resist gratitude sometimes and feel justified in our anger, self-pity, frustration, bitterness, and disappointment, shifting into gratitude opens a pathway to heart, which leads to the reframing of the narrative that supports true transformation. The person who I am when I declare that I have to do something and it sucks is different than the person who I am when I declare I get to do something and it inspires awe. I am in awe of all the amazing things I get to do, and I'm grateful. I hope you are too. Your Quantum Human Design teaches you how to redefine your story and write a personal narrative that is easy to be grateful for. You can learn more about your Quantum Human Design by visiting www.quantumhumandesign.com. I'm Karen Curry Parker, and I'm deeply grateful for you. Thank you for joining me for Cosmic Revolution.